Welcome back to Frequency Phoenix 555 for your message or messages. Come in! Come on! I've got intel. Recon is afoot. The planetary energies are, as you kick your way into this glorious day, darling dears, gifted to us by the Most High, Father God, Mother Isis. The skullduggerous moon has entered Scorpio, darling dears. Yes, baby. The house of wealth, darling dear. Other people's wealth, death and taxes, as well as transformation. The 8th house is a house of endings, darling dear. Endings that will be deeply felt. It's also about interactions, how you interact with others, darling dears. Joint finances and all that. Whatever is of interest to you, throw yourself into it, darling dears. This can help you uncover information that was previously unknown. Mercury enters Aquarius, darling dear, the house of friendships, groups, how you do certain things, your health. As well as what the internet, darling dear. Somebody's about to discover something or will be sent a message. I told you yesterday, with Mercury and Pluto working together, before the 14th of February, darling dear, a certain information will be revealed to you. Something you didn't know before. Maybe it will be on the balls of what? The feet of the what? Merchants of slander, darling dears. Delivered to you in a massage. Mercury enters Aquarius. Think outside the box. Embrace unconventional ideas and plans. Allow yourself to dream about the future you truly deserve, darling dears. Remember, conceive, believe, and achieve. We also have the sun. That bad boy is also in Aquarius, darling dears. When the sun is in Aquarius, it highlights the area the house that it falls into, darling dears. And as I said, the 11th house is about friends. It's about your hopes and wishes. Maybe some of you hoped and wished that these people weren't dummy bats or village idiots. Well, guess what? Your ancestors will silence every one of these village idiots as certain truths are being revealed. The sun in Aquarius speaks of what? Freedom, which takes up a more newer significance in your life, darling dears. Freedom is for the brave. Freedom is for the black sheep. The one that would speak up and say, how now that brown cow? What's going on here? The one that questioned everything. The one that they said was crazy. Imagine that. Let's dive in, darling dears. We're going to get the runestones. It's a good soft it, mix deep to the bottom to make sure that everything comes up from the bottom. Give it a good mix. Thank you. Oh, we have Algaz. This is the moon energy on its face, darling dears. A betrayal, or even a secret. The moon is also about emotions, darling dears. A secret is about to be revealed. Algaz is represented by the letter A for an... Oh, I nearly said it. Listen, shut up, case. Okay. Baby, lean in, big cat. Algaz is represented by the letter X or an X and the letter Z. The number 72, 73, 74, and 75. It speaks about something that was taboo in a family situation. It also speaks about a warning. Maybe some were warned to keep the silence. You are just as bad as the perpetrator when you keep the silence on a subject that must be revealed. We are in the age of Aquarius, darling dears. All the unknown, the unseen is being revealed. Bye, darling dear. Be vigilant. Remember, I'm tracking you. Listen, my progeny think they can go outside and be okay. Listen, I've got an app, all right? It shows whether they're running, walking, what their heart rate is, everything. Anyhow, listen, Until they leave my wing, darling dear, I have to pay close attention. I know where they are at all times. Something that many of you were not afforded by your own family members, your own mother, your own father. They couldn't give a good golly and a gosh. Why? They were so caught up in what? Skullduggery, darling dears. Skullduggery. There will be a big picture consequence of family secrets, darling dears, where the villagers will be silenced by the ancestral team, your security, darling dears. Individual secrets lead to isolation and anxiety. Somebody's on what pins, darling dear, afraid that their secret or secrets that they kept will be unmasked. Internal secrets create factions and often put progeny in the middle of parental issues. Shared family secrets create a sense of loyalty based not on a sense of connection, but fear and shame. Yes, baby, let that bajuju be revealed so you can see what's really going on, darling dears. Many of you have to understand why you've always felt that you was different, didn't quite fit in. Could have been at a family gathering, but you always felt alone. Why? Because they saw your shine. They saw that you was the only one that would speak up, speak the truth, in all circumstances and situations. Being the black sheep ain't so bad, darling dear. Why? You have ancestral support. You are healing your ancestral karma. You were sent to bend the matrix, darling dears. You were sent to wake them up to wickedness that they perpetrated. This is why they are the village idiots. This is why their secrets will be revealed between now and the 13th of February 2023. Excusez-moi s'il vous plaît, Freudian slip. Something major happened in a family cycle in 2022. Nearly said it, darling dears. A circumstance or a situation that you thought you'd never leave behind. But if you're anything like me, Big Cat, you'd roll up on those village idiots and let them know that you ain't the one. And that day was not the day or any other day. There is a D in it. Your third eye is buffed up to a big shine. You understood you had to be separate in order to what? Bend the matrix, realize whom you are. Tap into your power, darling dears. It taught you how to move in silence. But this is the season where everything will be revealed. What was known only to a few will be highlighted and put in the forefront for many to see. Oh gosh, one fell into Uganda. Let's get it. We have a 7. When you cast dominoes, just like runes, you cast them from right to left. Your first one is the 2-2, energy of the High Priestess, double, darling dear, information being revealed. The High Priestess always sits between the 2 pillars of wisdom, Boaz and Jashin, for completion and beginning. A cycle is about to end, darling dears, over the next few days. Be prepared for incoming intel. Be prepared for what? The deepest cut to your white meat to be laid bare. But remember, Father God sits high and looks low. It will create a healing in you, my dear Big Cat. The energy of the 2-2 is a 4. This is the Emperor energy in tarot, darling dears. Someone who is in authority, somebody who abused that authority, someone that used their weight, threw it about to keep certain people quiet. Well, only the village idiots were quiet. You, as the black sheep, always spoke the truth, pinkies up. The energy of a 2-2 is the universe telling you that a wish is about to be granted. Something that they tried to keep covered up is about to be revealed, darling dears. And you will have what? The front seat. Get your popcorn and your mocha ready, darling dears. The energy of the 4, darling dears, speaks about what? A stable foundation, some kind of security or some kind of structure. You have to understand, there's a pecking order amongst the what? Village idiots. Well, Divine is about to call their number, dial their line. Are they going to pick up? Whether they do or they don't, darling dear, their secrets and what they try to keep down pressed will be revealed. This is 4 and 7. This is 11. 11 is a master number. Synchronicities, darling dears. You also have the energy of the 7. This is represented by the Chariot energy. This is about progress. It's about success, but it's also about what? Finding out she's naive, darling dear. Something coming in quickly. For some, it was something that was perpetrated in a home, a small home, a mobile home. I don't know. You also have the energy of, again, the High Priestess. The High Priestess 3 times, darling. Didn't you know how I love a throuple? Very important that you pay attention. This is for your healing, while you will be revealed these informations over the next few days. Remember I told you that? I'm your best friend. The energy of the 2-5 is about what? Defeat. Somebody's going to be defeated in the public. Something that they try to keep still or keep down, darling dear. It could have been perpetrated against you, or the keeping of a secret, because remember, we are dealing with what? 8th house Shiznai, darling dears. Taxes, inheritances, possibly what? Land capture, whatever the situation for you, darling dear. It was intense and it was extremely secretive. And those that kept the secret, darling dear, trust and believe, karma has not forgotten their address. This is public disgrace, darling dears. What they did in private is about to be outed. But I told you, my darling dear, we don't laugh when certain things come to our knowledge. We just go, and allow that cut to the white meat to finally heal, because you was built for this, darling dears. Prototype of your lineage, built to bend the matrix, built to be the ibex of your lineage, breaking generational curses. Things that was done to you, darling dear. You made a choice, especially those of you that have progeny, or the progeny you have yet to come. You chose not to be the way you was treated amongst your own family, the ones you co-create, whether they are by birth, by marriage, or adoption, whatever. How you live your life, darling dear, lived your life up to this exact point. You remember those days when you had to rub those bitches in, them tears? Every one of those tears was counted by your ancestral team. Don't think you was ever alone, darling dear. Have you not heard that poem about the footsteps? You only see one set of footsteps in the sand. It's because you was being carried. Every one of your tears was counting, big cat. Don't you ever believe that when you spoke up, it was not heard. Your case was tried on Keitha. And the cards will fall where they may. The village idiots are about to be silenced. I'm going to use the gods and goddesses. I haven't used this in a while. Give it a good shufti. See what else is going on for you. What else does your ancestral team want you to know? Your security. I told you it's rich white lady season. And Keitha, as well as Malkuth, darling dears. Many of you have noticed that time itself has started to speed up. Every day feels like it's only 16 hours instead of the 24. Many people say it's what? Because of your age. It's not because of age, darling dears. The world is about to have a reset. This is why these deep, dark family secrets are going to be revealed, darling dears. Base of the deck, we had the wise one. You always intuitively knew certain secrets. You could look at them and understand what was going on, but you didn't know who you were at that moment in time. You didn't know that this intuitive, what guidance that you were getting was true from your ancestral team. That wound, that cut to the white meat, darling dears, it's about to be healed. In the name of the Most High, Father, God, Mother Isis. What else does your ancestors want you to know? This is ancient ancestors that are coming through to you, darling dears. Look at this, I can't make it up. High priest or priestess of your lineage, darling dears. You was a once-in-a-lifetime cat. If only they'd listened to you. If only they'd revealed the truth to you at the time when it was hurting you the most. But what did they do? We told you, I just told you. 8th house Shiznai. This is what a land grab, taking over in an inheritance, maybe your inheritance. They tried to break your spirit. They were prosperous on something that was not truly theirs. The only thing we have that can be a guarantee on this Malkuth is what? Death and taxes. They are being taxed, darling dear. They have a spiritual tax. These village idiots are about to be silenced from their secret, darling dear, as it's outed. In past lives, darling dears, many of you are actual healers, energy healers at this moment in time. Intended and created, darling dear. Many of you are healers in past lives, because I do believe that we are reincarnated with the same set of people every single time. But you was chosen. You chose to come back as a volunteer to take them off this hamster wheel. And what did they do? Some of the secrets that they kept, darling dear, was the wickedness they perpetrated against you. But as my mother always told me, every man has a conscience. Man and woman. You were sent to be the light, a healer. Another message from the ancestral team, please. Thank you. We saw the wise woman and now we see the sage, darling dears. You are going to be that old woman or old man sitting under the tree, proverbial, darling dear, figuratively. Because information must come to thee, darling dears. Your ancestors sat down and wrote down everything. Many things that was meant to take you off your gangster. Certain things that they did was meant to what? Make you take yourself out, darling dear. They wanted you to be isolated, but your ancestors, believe me, big cat, your tears were counted. Why? Because you moved away. You didn't fight. You didn't argue. And you didn't go back. The peacock feather is also speaking about some kind of negative energy that was sent your way, darling dears, which was averted. It was kept and it was stored. Because remember, this is boomerang season. The age of Aquarius, where knowledge will be revealed, and especially to you, my dear big cat, over the next few days. We had the wise woman, the high priest, and now the sage. Be devoted and committed. They were devoted and committed, these village idiots, as they kept a secret, as they stole some form of inheritance. I'm not making it up, darling dear. It's the planetary energies, as well as the runes. Final card, please. Is the final card from this deck. Okay. No, it's not. Soul cards, okay. Final card, please. Thank you very much. I told you. What is about to be revealed to you is going to give you growth, darling dears. Free you once and for all from the subconscious ties to a family that you were sent forward to heal. Remember, your parents is just the vessel that gets you here. It's what they do with the time that they have with you, darling dears. What did they put into the growth of you, your mind, your body, and your spirit? We've got the sacral chakra. The sacral chakra is about your self-worth. They were self-serving. They were. They knew that everything that they did hurt you deeply. You loved people that did not deserve one iota of your attention, darling dears. And they kept many deep, dark secrets, which is about to be revealed to you. I'm told to notice this. Something was written down, darling dears. Whether it was a contract, something was signed. I want to expand my consciousness and awareness. When you love the Most High, darling dears, meditate. Take the time to be by yourself, ground yourself, walk barefoot in the grass, hug a tree, go to a large body of water where the veil is thinnest, darling dears. Base of the deck. They will be crying into their fist, darling dears. I told you, the village idiots. Whatever they did, these secrets that they kept, what they took, what was not rightfully theirs, darling dears. The chickens are coming home to roost. Remember I told you that. I understand that losing something is an opportunity to appreciate it. They're going to remember the words you said to them, darling dears. Many of them have taken the time to be what? Hillbilly investigators, watching your growth, watching you go forward, darling dears, and begin again. You was gifted with a second chance. So in this second chance, you was gifted with what? The awareness of whom you truly are, high priest or priestess. You are being guided by ancient ancestors. I'm talking, hold on, 11 generations, because the number 11 is on the table. These ancestors' names you don't even know, darling dears. Every tear you cried was counted. Let's get a deck. Oh, base of your deck, darling dear. Abuse of authority in a situation, current energy. Somebody's stressed out and anxious at this moment in time. The sword is about communication. It's not only just the words, their actions, darling dear. Something is about to be revealed, as I said, over the next few days. Somebody abused their power. I'm going to keep you right here as we give it a good shufti and see what go on. The King of Swords is somebody who hides their emotions. This person was, or people were emotionless. They're village idiots, darling dears. And it's also about them looking to one person in particular to get the strength. Somebody who was a secret keeper. But this is the one that cut you to the white meat, darling dear. The deepest cut. Whomsoever was their subordination, darling dear. Trust and believe. Secrets are about to be revealed. Algaz in the reverse. The King of Swords can represent a father or a mother, darling dears, a sister or a brother, auntie, cousin, whatever. But it was someone who had an authority in your life. This person was a liar. They were gaslighting, very mean, cold. And if it's cold with the emotions, darling dears, it's something that you had to learn in order to give it to your own progeny, so that that same poison didn't bleed into the family that you made or are about to make. Yeah. It was all about money, darling dears. Money. Somebody was silent for money, darling dears. Queen of Pentacles, but they haven't forgotten about you. They're still paying attention. Pentacles speaks about online, social media. This is somebody who's trying to keep up appearances. If it's a feminine energy, they've gone through some form of surgical procedure or hospital procedure, darling dears, and it's not working. Swords on its face next to the Pentacles speaks about Alzheimer's, dementia. It also speaks about a secret being revealed, darling dears. That is going to topple what? That straw house. Remember I told you that? We also know that there is masculine and feminine energy involved in this secret. Yeah. Manipulated it, darling dear. But it's always the one that has the last laugh, darling dears. Divine has gifted you with all of the tools, and you will be getting true intel. The magician is able to what? Manifest. Something that you've been focusing on in particular, because the magician is represented by Mercury energy, darling dears, as well as air energy. Air energy also speaks about being elusive. You have not been around these people or persons. Clarify the magician, please. The devil will get its due, darling dears. These people will be stuck in bondage. This is generational curses. Yes, it is. For some, it's the secret of what? Touching, darling dear. Inappropriate touching. Maybe you spoke about it. Oh, that's a sneeze. When someone sneezes when they're talking, darling dear, it's the truth roof. Pinky's up. Somebody tried to hide that. Possibly the mother hid the fact that the father maybe even touched you or touched somebody in a situation, darling dears. But money was definitely involved. Maybe it was from an era where the female energy needed the masculine energy in order to survive. The Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. This is someone that didn't protect their children, their child. Major Arcana, trumping Major Arcana. One more card, please. Clarify the Devil card. This is someone who is, or someone who is obsessively jealous because you managed to free yourself and you're living life like it's golden. This is about the celebration of yourself, darling dears. Maybe you will be invited to a family celebration. Not every celebration must you attend, especially when you are made to feel like a stranger and alone in a situation because a secret must be kept. Clarify this authority figure that abused their authority, the King of Swords in the reverse. What did I say? All these naked bodies, darling dears, something to do with incest. Some kind of a contract. Gemini energy is also Mercury energy. They was in their rational, because Mercury speaks about being in a rational mind. When this secret was kept, darling dears. In the upright, this is the aversion or avoiding of a generational curse. It also speaks about those that was involved in a situation or understood, because this is also money as well, darling dears. They agreed to keep quiet. They was loyal to each other. The devil will always get his due, darling dears. Base of the deck. You was the black sheep. Fool energy. You took a leap of faith. You was built to live outside of the box, the constraints they tried to put you in. Why? Because you was the black sheep and the truth teller in a situation. Ten of Pentacles is also the breaking of a generational curse. What about this feminine energy that did not protect her children? Or a child in particular? The one that had the skill to manifest and bend the matrix. What about this female energy? Current energy. She had a choice to make, darling dears. But she made the choice that would make her look the best in all situations. And their karma was a long time coming, but trust and believe, big cat. The Knight of Pentacles speaks about something coming through slowly, but it will surely come through, darling dears. The betrayal, the backstabbing, the lies, everything, all skullduggerous things that they did is about to be what? To the bottom feeder. They will get their rewards. Remember, I told you that. Every tear you cried was counted by your ancestral team. Ancestors, a wise woman and a wise man, 11 generations before you, darling dears. They are the ones that are caping for you the most. They lied, they cheated, they stole, they did everything. They even put things on you, darling dears, expecting it to stick. It took a while for you to leave that situation. Knight of Pentacles. You allowed yourself to be pulled about like taffy in this situation. They were successful. But with Two of Swords is also like scissors, darling dears. You cut off a situation. The Swords is also could also speak about verbal communications. It could also speak about your actions. You cut off that situation. So the devil gets it. The devil will get his due. Clarify the Magician, please. Yeah. They don't want to fight anymore, darling dears. The Wands also speaks about what? A spiritual comeuppance. It's in the reverse. This is conflict, darling dear. The devil always comes to be paid, darling dears. Base of the deck. Whatever worked before is not working now. This is somebody having a mental or emotional breakdown. It's also something about it affecting their finances. If it was a land grab, if it was an inheritance that they took, darling dear, that money's running out. It's like the sands of time, darling dear, in a timer. Everything worked for a time until it didn't. This is also the number of 8. 8 is the number of wealth. So it was definitely something to do with money for some of you, darling dears. An inheritance that was stolen. What else have they manifested? They worked hard at keeping the secret. If it was money, if it was a home, darling dear, they worked together as one mind, darling dear. Whatever they took, darling dears, they told a lot of lies. This is the Page of Cups. This is somebody who has no true emotional Geiger counter, darling dears. It was always the them show. But karma was slow in coming. In the reverse. They're drinking, they're drugging it up. They're going through a lot of hardships, because in the upright, the Temperance card speaks about the journey being the lesson. They've learned no lessons from what they did. Temperance energy on its face, darling dears. The Temperance is represented by Sagittarius energy. Sagittarius is the only weaponized zodiac. They have no weapons. They have nothing to protect them. They've got nothing to protect what is about to be revealed about them. Remember this, big cat. Know this. You did nothing except leave. And you had to pack light. You had to realize that you was born different. You was not meant to be in the box counted amongst the many that was perpetrating a lot of what heinous crimes, which your ancestors 11 generations removed. They counted it. Why? You were sent to be the light bearer in that family situation. They worked together, man. Told a lot of lies. For some, they went as far as spell work, darling dear, to keep a big cat down. They did. This is also vicious words. The Queen of Wands is somebody who is, they love the attention of others, darling dear, but they like the attention through what? Misdirection of the truth. Roof. Pinkies up. They misdirected a lot of information and tried to make it seem like you was the one at fault. They haven't got away with it, big cat. They haven't. This is the season where everybody is living within the karma that they created, darling dears. Because all you had to do was dry your eyes and call judgment. You had to forgive the situation in order to call judgment on Keitha. Forgive the situation, darling dears. What they did to you, the stealing of inheritance, the stealing of the innocence of a child. They did that, she's naive. And it was covered up. They made it seem like you was lying, darling. They're making up shit. You didn't make it up. Incest. The devil's going to get its due. Look at this. Divine wants you to emotionally move on from the situation. They manipulated you, manipulated the authority in the situation. And the cups also speaks about mind. There's a family member that's suffering with something to do with their mind. As I said, dementia, Alzheimer's. This person, and there's also a family member who has what? An affliction for lies, darling dears. And they're a drinker. They're currently going through the rinse and repeat of karma, darling dears. But it's only just begun. Know this, darling dear, Tower moment on its face. The Tower moment is represented by fire, Mars, as well as Uranus energy. This speaks about destroyer. They created a lot of trauma in your life, darling dears. It also speaks about, because the Tower also speaks about surgery. You have a family member that went through some surgery in order to heal some kind of a situation, darling dears. Because the Tower moment is Uranus energy. Uranus energy is something to do with the gonads. It's also the blood system, darling dear. The cups also represents the genitalia, female genitalia, darling dears. They had a surgery around the genitalia. There's no healing in that situation. There's a lot of sad people, darling dears. They're banding together in their sadness and the wickedness, the secret that they kept, in order to what? F you over, big cat. Somebody had to be the bad guy and they made it out to be you. But it wasn't you. It was never you. Stop blaming yourself for what they did to you. Divine is calling you now to forgive them so that they can get the judgment that they truly deserve. They laughed, darling dears. They parted. Oh, they had a lovely time. They did. The Five of Cups speaks about feminine energy. Could have been a female, but everything was a lie. When you make plans, God laughs. When a village idiot makes plans, God laughs. What they planned for you, what they planned for their future. These toxic tricks. No healing from a surgical procedure, darling dears. And it also speaks about mental turmoil and torture. This is the Four of Swords. The chickens are coming home to roost. They know this, darling dear. Nothing like your own conscious mind to torture you for what you did. Swords also speak about contracts that were signed, contracts that should never have been signed. They stole inheritances. Innocence was stolen, darling dears. And in some cases, money was paid to cover up an innocence that was stolen. And you know this, High Priestess. But in the upright, this is a secret to be revealed, darling dears. In the name of the Most High. I can't make this up, darling dears. This is the energy of the second rune, the 5 and the 2. You have incoming intel, and it's also incoming karma, darling dears. The devil is coming back for his due. What they did, darling dears. Look at this. The abuse of authority, a father figure. It fell on the 5 of Cups next to the devil's naked body. This is it could also speak about the incest that was in a family. But again, I'm feeling family an inheritance that was stolen. They thought they thunk. They got away. But they forgot about the back end. And I'm telling you, Big Cat, you are being protected, guided, and they will be outed by ancestors, a male and a female, 11 generations removed. It was about the money, darling dear. Money is attacking their money, their health, darling dear. Their job, their home situation. All tangible things are being attacked at this moment in time, but it's about to come to its culmination. The final dance, darling dears. Forgive them, Big Cat. You have to forgive them. You have to forgive them. Because your ancestors cannot give them what they truly deserve in the shape of karma. These village idiots, until you forgive them. You are the light, the spark. So I suggest, darling dears, if you are carrying the burden of the pain of what they did to you, darling dears, I suggest you use the next 24 hours to cleanse your soul, cry your last tear, and call your ancestors. You are not without armor. You have the whole armor of God. Ephesians 6:13. You are going to heal and you're going to hear something that is going to allow you to grow in leaps and bounds in ways that you don't even know it. Listen, it's beyond your wildest dreams. But you have to forgive them, Big Cat. And don't say you forgive them and oh, tomorrow you'll be crying about it, because you will avert the karma. The devil is coming for his due. What they did, they have to pay. And pay they shall. What else do we need to know about the situation? The secrets that are about to be revealed. Crying into their fist. Hey! Isaiah 48:22. No rest for the wicked, darling dears. And remember, when they did what they did to you, Big Cat, it affected their progeny to the 2nd and 3rd generation. They didn't care about their progeny. Greed, darling dears. Greed and lust. Violence. Gossip. Slander. What's that? 140. They won't do it again. They won't get a chance, darling dears. I'm telling you, nothing like the ancestors coming for you. And as you may have noticed, as I've noticed, time is speeding up. The day is not like 24 hours, darling dears. The whole of this Malkuth is on a reset. We may even get a mud flood. So many things are happening. Pay attention. The ancestors are coming back. Didn't you see it in Africa? The continent is about to split. Everything is at crisis point. And there has to be a breakthrough. But the wicked, the village idiots, are going to be at the forefront, at the front of the queue for what they done did. Any more messages? Any more messages from this deck? Yeah. This is an ending and a beginning, darling dears. Scorpio energy. Again, we go back to the 8th house. Your ancestors are telling you things. My right eye just started jumping. Go on, if you can Google Chinese meanings for right eye jumping. What time is it? It's what's the matter with my watch? Even my watch won't tell me the time. And I know it's full. It's now 3:16, okay? So between 3 p.m. and 5 p.m., if you can Google one of those Chinese meanings of eye jumping between 3 and 5, there's a message for you, darling dears. Again, we go back to the 8th house. This is the inheritance grab, or to keep a foundation. The village idiots, the blind amongst the blind, darling dear. Nothing like the grim reaper of truth and consequences, judgment. Ancestors from 11 generations. Wheel of Fortune on its face. They're going to get what they truly deserve. This is 2 major arcana. What's the likelihood of that coming out? Base of the deck. They were strong together, darling dears. They were strong until they wasn't. This is also what you may be tempted. This is a major arcana again. You have to understand the minor arcana, right? The minor arcana is the everyday comings and goings in the skullduggery. But when you see 3 major arcana come out, that, and you know how I love a frapple. So this in itself is a message. Karma has found their address, but you have to make sure that you have full on forgiveness in your heart. However you get to that point, darling dears, you have a small window, I told you yesterday, Mercury and Pluto, when they work together, things will be revealed, hidden things. We've also, as I said to you as well, darling dears, the moon has entered Scorpio, the 8th house. Things that were recently covered up, darling dear, is about to be uncovered. Things that was unknown to you. So you will be getting the nitty gritty, the finer details of what they did. You'll know. Look. Queen of Swords. They lie, darling dear. Bitter. They have a bitter, twisted life. And I told you. Somebody even tried to transform how they looked through surgery, darling dears. It didn't work. How they talked and gossiped and slandered your name, darling dears. So when you headed out, darling dears, washed your face like David. It was the best thing you could do. They enjoyed doing what they did. And they did it with what a sound mind. The Lots of Swords speaks about being elusive. Like I said, you have not been in the mix of this, in the thick of this. They thought they got away with it. But whatever they took, they never enjoyed it. Look, 8 of Pentacles. They've had bad health. They've had financial loss. There is no one around them they can trust, darling dear. Pentacles on its face. What did I just say? Your ancestors, they're coming for them, darling dear. They're coming. They made your journey so much harder when you were sent to be the what? The light. But they made you to be the black sheep while they did all what they did. Covered up secrets of incest, stealing of inheritances, slandered your name. These village idiots. Cry they must. No rest for the wicked, Isaiah 48:22. King of Cups, you had to learn to master your emotions. But the biggest thing, the King of Cups coming through, he's coming with the cup of forgiveness, darling dears. You have to find a way to forgive them and truly forgive them, because they have to get this judgment. This is a once in a lifetime opportunity for what your ancestors from 11 generations removed, darling dears, for them to come through. This is why I tell you all of the time, Big Cat, don't cry. And if you cry, rub them bitches in and call your ancestors. They're your security. They can't help you unless you ask. This is a chance for you to truly grow past the cut to the white meat that they gave you. All because you spoke up. All because you questioned certain actions. They tried to quiet you down as they perpetrated all of this wickedness. Let's split the deck. They're going down Bobby Brown. I told you. 4 of Pentacles on its face. It's a loss of everything. Destabilized homes, darling dears. Loss of money. Loss of your mental health. I'm telling you, it's going to be wicked. And you will hear it, Big Cat. One way or another. You will hear what they got. Master your emotions and forgive them. Whatever they did, forgive them. Base of the deck. Shame on them, darling dear. Shame on them. But the ones in the reverse, this is spiritual shame, darling dears. And spiritual what? Comeuppance. So you've been enlightened to see the situation from a different perspective. Many of you was brought to the point where you even wanted to take yourself out. Don't do it, Big Cat. I was brought to that point many times. I attempted it many times. I cried out many times, but you know what stopped me and what brought me back? My progeny, darling dears, because they will never, ever, once I realized what was going on, live how I lived amongst people that was meant to be family members. And I always tell you, darling dears, blood is thicker than water, but water is the only thing you can drink that will keep you alive. You're going to hear them trying to offer apologies, darling dears. They're going to come back when crisis point hit them. They're going to want to come back, but they will be lying. And this is immature energy. That same immature energy that lied and conspired. When we see Pisces in the cup, Pisces is the 12th house, the house of hidden enemies. I'm telling you, their free paper has burnt, darling dear. So make sure you forgive them. Forgive them. And then mind your business. Let's get one final deck. Some more intel, and then we're off to get some forgiveness in. Yeah. We'll be wading in water. Come through, Mary, Mary. Push, clap. Final messages. They're about to get what they deserve, darling dear. They are. Yeah. What did I just say? I'm not making it up. Can't you see it, Scorpio? My cards don't lie. Every time I come to you, I try to make you understand this is my purpose. This is my path. I'm a life path 11, darling dear. My Chiron is in the 12th house. I was gifted with the tools to heal myself. But because I'm a life path 11, I have to use those tools, give those tools to other people. This is my purpose. You think it's listen, do you know there's many times I don't want to come and do readings, but it's my purpose. I have to make sure that no cat gets left behind. Forgive them, big cat. Whatever they did, 8th house stuff, darling dear, they're going to pay. And this card speaks for itself. Capricorn energy. They try to ruin your status, everything, darling dear. But you are the GOAT, greatest of land and sea. You are Ibex. You was built for this. On that note, I drops me mic. Toddle over to my Teesprings, toddle over to my Patreon, or simply come back here. And while you're at it, take the hop, skip and jump to my TikTok and subscribe, darling dears. We're nearly at the 1,000, so that we can see each other eye chakra to eye chakra. And as I always say, don't get smoked. And don't smoke yourself. It's so 2017, darling dear. From the ashes, baby. Namaste. Remember, family secrets amongst the village idiots. They're about to pay the biggest price of them all. There's nothing like a soul price to pay, and they will pay. Forgive them, big cat. If you've got to forgive them 1,000, forgive them. Big cat waves. Until we meet again on these tarot streets. Cat, cat.